What's up guys, back with another video. Today I'm gonna be watching some riddles. So this one's 12 minutes. Alright.
So Bill had stomach cramps and went to the hospital where he was prescribed some pills. The next morning, he was found unconscious. Police found someone had switched the pills and questioned 3 suspects. Dr. Johnson, his cardiologist, saw him at 3 in the afternoon and wrote the prescription. John, the hospital cleaner, came to clean the room at 7 a.m., found him and called the police. Susan, his nurse, brought the pills to him at 8 that morning. Who's lying?
I would pause it right there. So I think is that one right there. Alright, you got some seconds to comment down below. Who do you think it is? Alright, time's almost up.
Susan, the cleaner, called the police 1 hour before she claimed to have brought him the pills. Mia got a new cat and brought it into her apartment where she lived with 3 other people. But all her roommates disliked her new pet. 3 months later, she went on a 2-day business trip, but when she came back, the cat was gone. She questioned all her roommates. Steve didn't notice the cat was missing. David said he was allergic to cats and couldn't survive a day with one around him. Sean was the one taking care of the cat, and he was shocked he couldn't find it that morning. Who's lying?
Alright, you got some time. So I don't think it's that guy. Come, Ali, can you be quiet? Alright, so you got some second. Done. Got some time still.
David. If he was allergic to cats, he wouldn't have lasted with Mia's cat in the same house for several months before. You went to visit an abandoned castle when you got trapped in the basement. There's a small bamboo stick on the table, almost as long as your forearm. In front of you, there are 3 doors, and you must spend 1 hour behind one of them to get out of the castle. Which is the safest option? Behind the first door, there's 100 rabid wild rats. Behind the second, there's a box filled with water, and you must keep your head submerged in it. In the third door, there's an infinitely deep pool filled with box jellyfish.
No, you're not playing. I do. So I can't hold no one could hold the breath for 1 hour. So I'd go for the pool, maybe. It's the pool or the head under the water. It's one of those.
The second door. You can use the bamboo stick to breathe.
I actually choose the one. I choose the pool. Come on. Eat this.
Bamboo stick to breathe. Brian was traveling by train to a nearby city. He placed his watch on the table and was looking for his train ticket when the train went into a dark tunnel. When it came out, Brian's watch was gone. There were only 3 people in the car. Mary was sleeping the entire time.
No.
Christopher was looking for his wallet to grab a cup of coffee. Mike was playing a game on his phone. Who took the watch?
Or I think is that girl right there. So because she wasn't even sleeping before that thing happened. So
it was Mary. When the journey started, she had her sleeves rolled up, and if she were sleeping, she wouldn't put them down. Sarah was walking out of the mall when someone snatched the purse out of her hand and drove off in a red car. The security closed the parking lot and found 3 people with red cars. Alyssa said she was inside shopping when she got called by security. David said he had only just arrived. Bob said he was about to pay his parking fee and drive off. Who isn't telling the truth?
Alright, I think it's that boy, because he'd lie. That boy right there. And I'm not sure if you can see it, the one on not the middle, the one on the very this side. Because he has the same hat as when they robbed. So let's see. And it's not even snow time, so...
David.
Wait.
He's got a parking ticket on his window. From the sign on the wall, he's been there for more than 2 hours without paying and got a ticket.
Wait.
And he lies about being very allergic to cats. Simon broke into the richest house in the neighborhood and took a very expensive diamond. Security guards caught him walking out and searched him for the diamond. They knew he'd taken it, so when they couldn't find anything, they x-rayed him. Still, nothing showed up. Where was Simon carrying the diamond?
It can't be in his mouth. What about in his pocket? No, I think it's too big. I think it's in his mouth or in the pocket. I think pocket. I think mouth. Like he's holding it.
As soon as the guards caught him, he put it in one of their pockets. After the search was over and they were driving him home, he took it out of their pocket with nobody noticing. A crazy scientist took you into their basement and is planning to keep you there for a year. He's given you the option to choose one of 3 foods to eat for the year to stay alive. Which one do you choose to save your life? Pasta and bread, rice and beans, steak and broccoli.
Oh, I'd choose the one on this side because I like those. I don't like the other twos. I hate beans and I hate steak and broccoli.
If you only ate pasta and bread, you'd get scurvy in just 8 months. And steak with broccoli is low in carbs, which will start breaking down your muscle mass to help you stay alive. Your best bet is rice and beans.
Wait, what? I hate beans.
Essential amino acids your body
I hate beans.
germinate some of the raw beans, eating their sprouts to get your vitamin C. Aren't you a smart cookie? A year passes and you've managed to get out of the basement. But to make it out of the house, you must pick one of the 3 doors the scientist created.
Oh, double one.
The first room is filled with venomous cone snails. The second is 5 very hungry polar bears. The third is a saltwater tank with hundreds of piranhas. Which is the safest?
Oh, some snails, they could kill you. But I think if you only be mean. So I'd pick the slow snails because you could go super fast and the snails can't. So I'd pick the snails. I think polar bears. So maybe you have them eat.
The third room. Piranhas are freshwater fish and can't survive in salt water. 3 prisoners are sitting at the table having dinner, but one of them is wealthy. Can you guess who it is?
Wealthy? What's wealthy? Ale, what's wealthy? Oh, kind of like Alright, I'm gonna like kind of weird. Worthy. I think it's the guy with nothing on him. I think it's just that guy right here. That guy.
It's not the guy with the steak and the shrimps. The little tag on his shirt reveals he's a chef, and he likes to prepare a special treat for himself. The guy with the jewels shows that he's rich, but in prison, jewelry is basically worthless. It's the third guy. Rich people try to keep low profile in prison, not to be targeted by others. That's why he doesn't flash any valuable possessions or his status. A group of researchers is trying to test your knowledge. They take you into their lab on an island in Italy and present 3 dishes to you, but only one is safe to eat. Which do you choose? Cheese infested by maggots, boiled pufferfish liver, or fly agaric mushrooms?
Alright, so the cheese, it can't be safe. The cheese is not safe. I think the one on the very right. This one.
Pufferfish liver can be poisonous if it isn't prepared properly.
I
And the
knew
fly
it.
agaric mushrooms are among the most dangerous in the world. Maggot cheese, on the other hand, is actually a delicacy in Sardinia, Italy, so it's perfectly safe to eat. Really? One day, you wake up in an arena without knowing how you got there. From the speakers, you hear that you must fight one of 3 hybrid animals. Which one do you pick to stay alive? A polar bear with the head of a rattlesnake, a hippo with a lion head, or a hybrid with the face and body of a great white shark and the limbs of a jaguar?
I think the snake head.
I think the lion.
The great white shark hybrid. Since its body has gills, it won't be able to breathe outside water. You're an astronaut, and you've made it to Mars for an expedition. A team member greets you at the entrance to the base in their workout clothes. When you get in, you close the door and wait for the room to pressurize before taking off your spacesuit. When you walk in, you get a message that someone at the base is an imposter. Who could it be? A fellow astronaut who covers his face because he got a sunburn, an engineer with flaky patches on her skin, or the person who greeted you at the door earlier.
Alright, I think it's the middle because you can't. I don't think you could get sunburn on Mars. Wait, why can't I unpause it? Alright, good. It's the middle. It has to.
The person you saw earlier. If they were human, they wouldn't survive outside the base in the planet's atmosphere. While walking in the forest, you come across a mysterious local that blocks your way. He tells you if you solve his riddle, you're free to go. But if you don't, you'll have to stay in this forest forever. The riddle goes like this. You're seas without water, coasts without land, towns without people, and mountains without land. What are you?
Seas without water. Alright, guys, I know what it is. Seas without water, coasts without sand. Alright, I think it's hell. I think it's hell. It's now. I guess I have to stop pausing it. Why does it hurt? Alright. I think it's the devil.
Well, you're a map.
A map. Why?
You decided to go exploring a local cave. You walk inside, and a landslide suddenly blocks the way back. Ahead, there are 4 tunnels, each with a sign showing you which dangers lurk inside. Which one do you choose to stay safe? The tunnel filled with molten lava, the one filled with poisonous gas, the one swarmed by bats, or the tunnel with venomous spiders?
Well, if he's wearing shoes, he could go with the venomous spiders.
You picked the last one. Spiders don't hunt humans for food and usually avoid them altogether. You just moved into a new town with only 2 barbers. You visit both their shops to decide which one you should pick. The first shop is a bit messy. and the barber needs both a haircut and his beard trimmed. The second shop is shiny, tidy, and the barber is well shaved with a perfect haircut. But you decide to go to the first shop. Why?
Because his beard.
Each barber cuts the other barber's hair, and you pick the one who gave the other a nice haircut. You've got a job as a helper to someone's mansion, but the mansion owner gives a tricky task. I need the least number of chairs for a table to seat 4 fathers and 2 grandfathers with 4 sons. You can't ask any questions, but what's the least number of chairs you must put out?
Or you have. So I have to. I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna take away 2 fathers.
4. The fathers could also be grandfathers, and they're all sons. Mary was selling a rope for $3. The buyer gave her $10, but because she had no change, she went to the grocery store next door to get some. She then returned with $7, but then the clerk from the store came outside to tell her that she gave her a counterfeit bill. Mary called a detective, and she must tell him how much she had lost. What should her answer be?
Her. Good.
$7 and the rope. Oh, and it turns out the counterfeiter buyer was a guy named David. What a troublemaker.
Oh, all right, guys. If you tell me if you solved that, like, subscribe, hit the button, and bye.